Vince McMahon and AEW referenced in a John Cena Cody Rhodes face-off in the ring last night on Raw. AEW talent respond to the Tony Khan Raw references, and a WrestleMania match has been announced. Find out what it is in this here video. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Ross.
Last night on Raw, John Cena and Cody Rhodes went face-to-face, mics in hand, shouting words at each other. My goodness me, what a set of words they were.
They were spicy, Ross.
Do you want to take it away with what John Cena started the night with?
I will take it away, yes I will. Cody offered Cena, right? First and foremost, Cody offered Cena some free shots at the lisp, his neck tattoo, before accusing Cena of lying to his audience about his intentions and his feelings towards them. Cena came clean and said his big issue is with Cody. He referenced how Cody used to drive him around in his younger days and revealed how angry it made him that WWE was represented by the quote-unquote mediocrity of his former chauffeur. He did say, what did he say? I don't bury talent, I am talent, which was
bury
nice.
mediocrity.
He said...
He turns into Jeremy Clarkson for some reason.
Yes, he said he called Cody a chauffeur as well. He said a slimy pickpocket who thinks because he stole the blueprint, thinks he can rule the kingdom. You sat by my side for years and stole every secret you needed to be undeniable, but you are still underwhelming.
Cena then accused Cody Rhodes of being fake, with the biggest telltale sign being the big old dirty tattoo on Cody Rhodes' neck, which Cody himself referenced as an arm tattoo that appears to be on his neck, which I thought was an interesting little turn of little phrase there.
That is an interesting turn of phrase.
Turn a little phrase. But Cena continued about the fakeness. I've worked too damn hard to make the WWE title a symbol of mastery, to have paraded around by a paint-by-numbers sociopathic Nepo baby who is into himself. He had his wrestling gimmick tattooed for the world to see. Then Cody responds to that saying, "Ha! You are the manufactured one by a singular man." We don't know who that man is, though.
No, we don't, do we? Cody then went on to rebuttal saying, the fans chose me. Can you say the same, John Cena? Or was it one guy in an office who chose you, who is not here anymore, and we don't talk about him? Oh my goodness. And as Ross said, he called Cena a company creation, saying Cena has more dick in that promo than he does in his jokes.
I thought he was going to go for mouth there. The dick of the man we don't mention there, but he didn't.
He didn't indeed.
Because Cody references obviously the fact that he's Dusty Rhodes' son. His father was a wrestler. He's a wrestler, but John Cena is a corporately manufactured thing. Cody then adds that Cena created a lot of disenfranchised fans and made it easy for him to pack up and go elsewhere, referencing, of course, the birth of AEW. Cena would follow up with, I make empires for billionaires, before John continued saying that Cody steals money from those billionaires' kids.
Yes, referencing Tony Khan, of course.
The Tony Khan reference, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
It was unbelievable.
It was wonderful.
The way it started with Cena sort of going to talk and then Cody going, meh, we've heard you talk for 2 weeks now, let me go. And he says, you can take the piss at me for all the obvious stuff, but here's what I have for you here, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it was so good. I think after the last 2 weeks as well, whilst they've been incredible and they've been amazing to watch, I think this one, if it's to be the last one that John's going to be a part of before the actual WrestleMania match itself, I was like, it needs to ramp up some way. And I was thinking that maybe it had to be like balls to the walls, violence, which we got later on in the night anyway, in a different segment. But it didn't need to be that. I think they were just brilliant together. At first, I thought Cena was holding back a bit, but then as the promo went on,
well, I was thinking, how does he come back after what Cena said? But then obviously Cody just knocked it out the park, and it was sort of what we've been waiting for, what I've been waiting for at least for a few weeks now.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all felt, apart from obviously Cena's heel turn, which is the most daring thing to do in probably professional wrestling recent history, it's all just felt a bit safe on the road to WrestleMania.
Agreed.
But last night's Raw restored the danger.
It restored the danger and the feeling.
It restored all of everything. But anyway, an AEW talent has responded to those Tony Khan references on Raw last night. MJF is the person who weighed in. What did he say there, Andrew?
He said, I truly don't get why fans get up in arms when WWE mentions or references AEW, or when AEW mentions or references WWE. If you want to be treated like children, watch Elmo, or better yet, tell VKM to start a new promotion.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I think it's an odd one for me, because I'm one of the people who are like, just focus on yourselves, because we had CM Punk last week making AEW references with nobody making a sound. So when they make the reference and no one makes a sound, I'm like, you look like a tit then, because we know what you're trying to do, and it's not worked. But last night on Raw, with the Tony Khan, the billionaire line with you steal money from billionaires' kids, that got a big Oh, so in that sort of circumstance, I think it does work, but it's a very thin line between working and not working. That kind of reference.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be in the right context, doesn't it? I think it's got to be used sparingly and in sort of like a context, as you were saying there, that kind of would give the reaction that you're looking for. And I think when it comes to like John Cena referencing that, the man who is very WWE, for him to even utter anything from that other promotion, is like, oh my God.
He should know that other promotion exists, should he?
Right? No, but I thought it worked really well. And I agree. I think sometimes, and it goes for both companies as well, sometimes it just doesn't land and it's like, oh, just move on and do something else instead. It's all good. But when it's used in the right context for either AEW or WWE, I think it's really impactful.
Yeah, because WWE on a run now of like 4 shows in a row with an AEW reference, from CM Punk's promo on Raw to Drew McIntyre and the real glare.
Oh, real got in his eye and
real
all.
Glare. I'll wear an eye patch now, by God. He's turned into Jim Ross. WrestleMania match announced. This next story on this news video. AJ Styles will face Logan Paul in a WrestleMania 41 matchup. Adam Pearce made the announcement on the socials last night after a confrontation between Styles and Logan Paul on last night's Raw, where Logan Paul finished the segment with a little bit of a pulverizing.
It's a nice looking move, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's sad to say.
And he's a
nice
bastard as well, let me tell you why. Well, apart from the obvious
me.
reasons. Because the 2 people he's hit on so far are Ronald Mysterious, Esquire, and AJ Styles.
Yes.
And I reckon I could do the pulverizer on those 2, because those 2 would make anything look fantastic by anybody. So the fact he's hit that very difficult looking maneuver, it looks fantastic. The fact he's had the first 2 goes on TV on Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles, I think he's a lucky prick.
He is a lucky prick. What? Speaking of prick, did you see the sign? Someone brought a sign, like a Prime bottle, but instead of Prime, it did say prick on it, and it was very good. I like that.
Very British humour.
Very British indeed.
Up the ingenuity. Here's the full WrestleMania card. Now it's looking after AJ Styles and Logan Paul was added. We have the Women's Championship match between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
We've got the World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther and Jey Uso, which might I say that whole segment last night was brilliant.
What they've done, putting Jimmy into the feud, from the slap last week to how, if you didn't see it, Jimmy Uso was killed by Gunther. There was blood everywhere. Just get a picture. We have to obviously black and white it out, Newcastle United. But look at the state of Gunther, and if we get the picture of the headlock as well, when he's just got him in the
he licked his finger as well. He got the blood on him and licked his finger.
What a
dirty boy.
Sicko. Anyway, the World Heavyweight Championship match is there, and it's more meaningful than it was this time last week, in my opinion.
Absolutely, they're really. I think this Raw sort of like really ramped up everything going towards WrestleMania.
Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Will Randy Orton kick Kevin Owens in the head?
Yes, he will. He certainly will. We've got the Women's World Championship match between Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Io Sky, obviously, spoiler there, retained last night, but Bianca, she was like double DQ. These 2 ladies have hit me. This is it.
The door is still ajar for the mother to get into that WrestleMania match.
It's happening, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, the main event, of course, of night 1. Punk, you finally got your moment there.
Kisses his head. Yeah. It was very nice.
Interesting to do that right in front of Roman Reigns for me, you know. I'd have felt like I was being cheated on.
That's true, actually, yeah. But do you know what? I feel like Paul is trying to give Punk as much stuff for them Punk to be like, well, we don't need a favour anymore, do we? But that's not what it's all about. Let me tell you.
Punk even said that, didn't he?
What we assume will be the closing match of night 2 for WrestleMania 41. We've got the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes versus Jonathan Cena.
It's shaping up to be all right.
It sure is.
All right on that. To be fair, last night's Raw has given me hope for WrestleMania season, because I was a bit, like, as I said earlier, it's all a bit safe, it's all a bit paid by numbers, but Tish, obviously from the John Cena heel turn up until last night, it's been a bit meh. But last night really gave me hope for WrestleMania season, getting some bollocks putting into it.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more, our lad.
Delightful. Hold and Give streaming at 4 p.m. BST this afternoon. Yes, the clocks have changed over here in the United Kingdom. I'll be there on the Hold and Give YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Anything to plug there, Andrew?
I got now to plug. Thank you to people who joined me yesterday on Twitch for the Raw live reactions. I've had a blast doing them over the last couple of weeks. It's been good fun.
The last one in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. For a long while, up until sort of like Clash at the Castle time. Clash in Paris.
Christ alive.
I know.
Where will we be then? Who knows? See you soon.